Dave's wearing another new shirt. This one has little jack-o'-lanterns all over it. Wow. Super cool, Dave. The Dave Ryan in the Morning Show on KDWB.
All right, here's what we got. We got somebody on the phone wants to talk about what they saw in Burnsville the other day, and I think she's ready to go. Hey, Miranda.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for taking time to talk to us. You sent us a text a little while ago about what you saw over the weekend that you wanted to bring up. What did you see? What happened, Miranda?
Yeah, so obviously it was homecoming. It must have been for Burnsville. And I was noticing in the restaurant that it kind of came like prom and everyone was going out to dinner and stuff. And the dresses this year were so short. I mean, just tiny little dresses. I couldn't believe how many dads let their daughters leave the house like that.
What about moms let their daughters leave the... Yeah, you know what? I mean,
I was so uncomfortable, and I was looking around, and I'm like, am I the only one that looks uncomfortable? And everybody was just staring at these girls. And it was every table.
Yeah, it's like homecoming time right now, so I think it's a lot of homecoming dances going on. When you went, what did you wear?
I didn't even go. We didn't have a homecoming thing like that. We wore like basketball or the football jerseys and we jeans.
Gotcha.
So again, you know what? I'm older than you, I'm sure. But I also know that times have changed. How can I ask what decade you are in? You have to say your exact age.
I'm 29.
You're 29. So it's not like you're some old Karen who's 49 years old.
I did not wear that at a club at 24, 25 years old, let alone 16, 17-year-olds at high school.
And I know
it was just disgusting.
I know the dresses you're talking about because I've seen them too. And Falen was showing me some pictures a little while ago when we were bringing this up. And they're ones that just barely come down past your underpants. I mean, basically,
yes, and
that's
they're constantly pulling them down over their butts and over their boobs, and it's like, how can you even dance in that?
That's true. The dancing would be hard.
Yeah.
And I would say it's not every girl because probably some girls' parents are like, maybe the parents are like, no, you are not. Or
there was a couple shorter ones that were loose fitting that you could tell they were trying to fit in with the trend, but their parents were not going to let them wear so skimpy.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was, they were pretty disturbing.
Yeah, so you know what? I mean, but Fallon brought this up. When you were 14 years old, around that age, you wanted, this is almost word for word, you wanted the gaze of men. You wanted the gaze of the boys.
That's like when I remember that age being like when I was like, most girls, you're feeling like yourself a little bit. You're like, now you're, into boys, and you want their attention. I absolutely wanted guys' attention.
Yeah, for sure.
Same with her. Times were a little bit different when I was a kid. Like for homecoming, the only people that dressed up were the people on the homecoming court. Everyone else wore street clothes to the dance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Correct.
Prom, you did dress up.
I didn't know that. Okay.
But my prom, it was never short dresses. It was always the big dresses for every girl. My friend Sonia wore a stomach bearing dress, and that was very, everyone's like, oh my gosh. And I did a little bit of that too. But it wasn't short, but it doesn't, still, I think it's just because that's what's the trend right now.
I think it is, but I think it's also become okay for a girl. And I don't know, I don't have a daughter that age anymore, but I'm going to guess just with our culture today, it's become okay to sexualize yourself on your terms. So in other words, if you're 15 years old and you want to sexualize yourself, let's be honest, nobody thinks I'm just wearing this dress because it's cute and pretty. It's because you want to sexualize yourself in the same way that guys will sexualize themselves too. But I think I think girls today know that if you sexualize yourself on your own terms, then it's okay. Mm-hmm. But if you do it on somebody else's terms, and by that I mean somebody like gazing at you at the pool or something like that, that is you being sexualized on somebody else's terms.
Right. Yeah.
Does that make any sense? Is that true?
Does. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Kardashians.
Well, see, and that's the thing. I don't know that 14-year-old girls are watching Kardashians anymore. Do the 14-year-old girls watch Kardashians?
I think they probably just look at people on TikTok, honestly. But
definitely.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I can tell you that Charli D'Amelio definitely wears short dresses when she does events and stuff like that. So,
but that's just the fashion now. But it's kind of like back in the 90s, like tummy-bearing shirts or whatever you call them. They were very fashionable. Yeah, like belly shirts is that what they call them, crop tops. Mm-hmm. And they went away. And now they're kind of back again,
they are,
right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm going to guess that it'll probably, how much shorter can they get? They really can't get.
I don't think they can get any shorter.
Wow. Well, you know what? I am happy to hear that you are not a 65-year-old Karen that is complaining, that you're young and you just thought it was like gross and disturbing.
Yes, it was, like I said, it was just inappropriate.
Were you
Just
with
thinking
any?
that, these kids are 15, 16, 17 years old. That's what is bothering.
Yeah.
They don't look like it.
No, they don't. Were you with anybody that night?
I was with my nephew, my fiance.
Oh, what did they have to say about it?
They felt the same.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think by the looks on everyone's faces in the restaurant, they didn't think it was that pretty to look at either.
Wow, that is crazy. You know what? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. If you want to comment on Miranda's comment about, the girls out at homecoming and the tiny little dresses, then let me know. Call me at 651-989-KDWB or text at KDWB1. Hey, Miranda, thanks for talking to us. I appreciate it.
Yep. Bye, guys.
I'd see this text we already got. Someone says, this is how it is at school every day. There is no dress code anymore. As a teacher, I would be crucified for saying anything.
Yeah, that makes sense. You really can't criticize or comment on any student's dress anymore.
This text says, for what it's worth, it's almost impossible not to find super short homecoming dresses anymore. So it's kind of what is available to buy. So it's difficult to not find something super short. Someone texted in. And then a lot of people are like calling her a Karen. They're saying, calm down, mind your business. How does this even affect you at all? She's the disgusting one. I'm uncomfortable with her caring enough to call and discuss this. And another person said, I just saw a friend of mine's daughter and her friends at their homecoming. Holy ass. I'm not going to say what she said, but she insulted the dresses as well.
It is kind of shocking, but then again, you know what? I mean, somebody used the word slut shaming, and I get a little confused on the definition of slut shaming because I think sometimes you can make a comment and have an opinion, and I don't think that's necessarily bad. Like, for example, if you're a parent and your daughter, or let's say your son wants to go to the mall in a mesh tank top. Mm-hmm. Let's say Dylan wanted to go to the mall in a mesh tank top. Mm-hmm. Would you be like, Dylan, you are not going to the mall or wherever he wants to go in a mesh tank top? Would you, or would you let him?
No, I would let him. I would mock him because I am a mockery type of parent.
Okay.
I think the mesh tank top is maybe the not the best example because I wouldn't care about that at all.
You really wouldn't care about him? Okay.
No,
Interesting.
I really wouldn't. But I mean, if he wanted to go in a Speedo, then I'd be like, no,
let's do Speedo. So there is at some point where you go, no, you're not going to do that.
Certain things. I mean, there's a YouTuber he loves, and he has like shirts that talk about vaping and stuff. And we got him one for Christmas because he really wanted it. But the rule is you can't wear that to school, though.
Because it says something about vaping on there.
Yes, like you can't wear that. And so he was like, okay.
And I think that's good. So because I think at some point there is a standard of what you will let your kids wear and what you won't let your kids wear. Because they're your kids.
Exactly.
We never had a problem with Allison doing the cliche thing where she would go over to like dress conservatively, then go to Kayla's house and then change into something.
That was Jenny with makeup. She would hide it and then put on her makeup at school.
I think I did it with clothes every once in a while, too. Yeah, not like too often because I just didn't even own that much clothes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I did it with makeup.
So a woman named Miranda, 29 years old, for context, said that she was out. And somebody said Burnsville's high school homecoming is this weekend. So maybe she had it wrong. I don't know. But she said the restaurant she went to this weekend was full of young girls in very, very, very short dresses. And she did not like it. So we said, well, let's put this on the air. Not because we necessarily agree with her, but because there are so many people who have been through this experience. Either you were a young girl yourself, you have a young girl, you're a teacher. Let's talk to some of the people who are on the phone here. Nicole is on the phone. Hi, Nicole.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning. We're talking about a woman named Miranda. She called and she was talking about how she saw girls like high school prom or homecoming, I guess, wearing really, really short skirts. And she's like, oh, my God, I was shocked. What do you think?
So I can't negate the fact that she felt uncomfortable. Like, those are her feelings. I can't tell her how to feel, nor can I, control that. But I can sympathize in that she was uncomfortable, and her fiance was probably uncomfortable. But ultimately, it is hard to find clothes for these girls. I'm in my mid-30s. I have a 13-year-old daughter. I went to her middle school track and field last year, and my jaw was on the floor. The dress code is very different than when I was in, 7th and 8th grade. But we have to think of where we are in time. We are such a body-positive society, and the more body-positive we get, the more body you're going to see. I don't think that the children should be shamed for it. I really think that they're just, trying to stay with the trends and, as I said, being body-positive. But as I said, as a 13-year-old, and you're hard-pressed to find a full shirt or find proper shorts without going in, to the women's section or the boys even. And she could wear a canvas back. and there's still going to be men looking at her because she is, you know, an advanced young lady. And so it's not what they wear. As a society, we have to respect these young people and their bodies, whether they're in a swimsuit, a short dress, or...
Okay, let me ask you a question. I'm just going to challenge you a little bit. What if your daughter, who was 13, wanted to wear her swimsuit to the mall because it got a lot of attention? Would you let her do that?
Well, I'm raising a woman, a young lady, that is very, very conscious of the world as well, world surrounding her. So I don't think that she would come to me and say, I want to wear my two-piece to the mall to go shopping. I don't think that'd ever be a conversation we have, but I could definitely come up with some alternatives to avoid that. I mean,
I guess my point is there is some point where you're going to say no. Like Falen, there's going to be a limit on what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. You know, like
and compromise. You know, like I get you want to go to the mall, you want to be cute. Can we find something else that is a little bit more appropriate for the environment and the people that are going to be in that environment?
And I think that's it. You wouldn't go visit like grandma at the nursing home wearing something like that because, you know, the environment is not the same. You wouldn't go to church necessarily. Right. It's like I get bugged when people wear PJs to church. It's like, this is the house of God over here. Can we show a little respect? Take off your ball cap, Frank.
And they're like, sir, we've only seen you once a year. Why are you complaining?
Well,
you
it's
only
Christmas.
Come at Christmas.
That's when I come. Hey, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Danielle in Minnetonka, you're a mama of a 15-year-old. We were talking about somebody who said that they saw a bunch of like young women, high school age, really short skirts at a restaurant, and she was kind of bothered by it. So what is your take, Danielle?
I have no problem with girls wearing these short skirts. Actually, when we were shopping for her homecoming dress, because homecoming was just this past weekend, I would pick out a dress and she would veto it because it was not short enough.
Mm-hmm. It was not short enough.
It was not short enough.
Okay.
I would have been the exact same way. If I was of this generation, of course I would want to dress like all my friends and be like, wear what was trendy and sexy.
Exactly. And I have no problem with it. It's 2022. There has been, I mean, I feel like as a society, we have grown so much. And like the previous caller mentioned, like we should not be judging girls and shaming their bodies for what they want to wear. And if my daughter wanted to wear a swimsuit to the mall, I'd let her.
This text also says this.
Really? See, that is a little bit extreme to me. It's like, okay, you don't be ridiculous. I know you look cute in your swimsuit, but you were not going to Kohl's in your swimsuit. Put on some pants and let's go. Go ahead, Pal.
Text says, I mean, just speaking for the guy side of things, too, this person said it's really hard for guys to find loose fit clothing, too. Like everything is tight fit for guys now. And they said, good luck finding like XXL anywhere to actually get something that isn't tight on you. And I didn't think about that. But like, yeah, when Jake goes shop, I mean, the pants, everything's pretty tight. Like,
no, you go down to Fleet Farm like I do.
Yeah, you do.
You can get the double XL pants. I mean, these are 48s.
Are they?
I'm swimming in them.
What are they? Are they Wranglers? I'm done with you.
In them, yeah. I don't know.
This is probably a good response, too. I think that this explains a lot. If you don't have a kid, for instance, and you're not raising a kid in this environment, she says, I have the same reaction as Miranda, who was the original person that called in. Seeing homecoming pictures on Facebook, I was shocked by how tiny the dresses are. That isn't my initial reaction. It's not me being judgmental. It's just my initial reaction.
No.
Because it's different from when you were a kid.
Absolutely.
It just is.
Well, think about this one. Think about the first time you saw a thong swimsuit at like a public pool or a public beach. It's a little bit shocking.
Yeah.
And I live over by Lake Minnetonka Beach. We go there a lot in the summer. And there's all kinds of women of all different ages and body shapes and sizes wearing thong swimsuits. But the first time you saw that is like, that's shocking. You didn't go, oh my God, what a horrible person. I can't believe she would do that. You're more like, wow, I don't know if I'd be comfortable doing that. Any final thoughts on this one? Basically, it started with like dresses that are so short, homecoming prom dresses that are so short. I mean, as short as they can be without showing too much.
I think this is what a lot of people were saying earlier, but it's not the clothes that are like sexualized. It's like our thoughts that sexualize them. But I think, and that's what a lot of people's argument is. It's like clothes are clothes. It's how we look at things. But I think that we can acknowledge that it is a pretty deep mindset for humans to have that thought. So to completely erase it, I think a lot of people are working on it and making changes. Even the women that called and they're like, it wasn't like that when I was a kid, but I understand things are different for my kid because we're in a more body positive era, which is a good thing. I think it's just going to take some adjustment for a lot of people, especially the quote unquote older generation.
Well, we will always sexualize other people that we are attracted to. That is what we are. We are a species that likes to procreate. Mm-hmm. So that is why we tend to sexualize a lot of things. And when it comes to a human body, it is going to be sexualized a lot, whether you want it to be or not. And I think that's something we all have to be aware of because we are a species that likes to procreate. We're a horny species. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to be too stupid, but I'm trying to say you cannot deny the fact that people will sexualize other humans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When you go to a club, you look around at the people that are attractive to you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you do. That's just the way it is. And to deny that is kind of denying something that can't be denied. But maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. If I am, let me know. Okay.
People will, I'm
sure you will.
Oh, my gosh. Shout out to Tornado Jolly on that one. I'm just saying that was a really, really great mix. Yeah, everyone liked it. So we do the dance party every Monday and Friday. Hope you enjoyed it. Hey, Drake. Do you have a minute to do one more break with Drake?
I don't know, actually. I'm just kidding. Yeah,
She's like, I'm actually so busy in here right now.
Yeah.
We look over there and he's got a sandwich in his mouth.
Oh, my God.
That sounds delightful.
That sounds delightful.
Where would you go?
Have you gone digging in the kitchen recently?
I did check the fridge the other day, and there was nothing of interest in there.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
That is not like. Let's go. You know what he revealed to us last night, and I saw this on. I think you posted this on. I'm sorry, I know you have something actually planned for this, but really quick side note. Drake posted the other night. I saw him on Instagram receiving a pizza to his front door, and he was like, "Oh my God, thank you for whomever bought this." And I'm like, "What do you mean, whomever bought this?" And he does these live streams, he video games on Twitch, and people buy this poor boy food. And he posted last night that this is not a one-time thing. Like he said, he's been gaining hella weight.
Yeah, it's
he's been getting food.
I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to stop them from doing it because I can turn it on and off.
Well, you could accept healthier food. Tell them to send you a crisp and green sandwich or a chicken sandwich from Stock and Spade.
Okay. Also, are they going to send me that, or do they want to send me a greasy pizza?
Well, of course. But you'd be like, I'm on a diet.
Two things.
I'm watching my figure.
Do you give these people your address?
No. Okay. So how it works is it's an app where they can go access, and they just choose what they want to send me, and I have it set up in the app so that only I'm able to see the address, and then obviously it's through like Grubhub and stuff like that.
Next question. Yeah. Do you eat the food on live stream then?
Yeah.
Oh, unlike unsubscribe, no chance. If I bought him food and listened to him eat, unlike unsubscribe, unfollow, whatever I have to do.
Well, we'll watch like a YouTube video, and we'll just kind of hang out, and I'll just eat the food, and they just sit there and watch me.
All right. People always ask how people find you on Twitch, because I actually don't know.
It's Drizzle, so it's ITSDRZL on Twitch.
Not two Z's?
No.
Okay. I don't.
Just
it's Drizzle 1Z.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Time for one more break with Drake.
What do you got?
So I found this post, and it's kind of interesting. I feel like it might be kind of like a one-worded answer for it, but how do you uninvite someone to a function or like a party or something? So I'm just going to read this.
Yeah.
This is the story behind it. So I'm throwing a Halloween house party. The roomies and I realized we've got way too many people already coming, so we decided we need to thin our list of invitees. What is a polite way to let someone who is really excited about the party know that they can no longer attend? I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I also can't have 40 people in my house.
If they're really excited, there's no way.
There's no way. And with social media nowadays, you can't have a good excuse because too many people will be posting about your party.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's not like you could be like, oh, sorry, we can only have 10 people versus 40, and then they still see photos of 30 people being there.
Right. I know that this is an issue people, especially if they get married, face because you plan your wedding so far in advance. You'll invite someone or something. For instance, we got White save the date a year in advance. Mm-hmm. By the time that wedding rolls around, he may hate me and not want me to come to the wedding anymore.
Valid.
And it's awkward. I don't think there is any way you can do it.
You kind of just have to put up with it and kind of just put up and shut up type
Maybe
deal?
Someone else has a better idea, but if they're so far out of your friend zone that they can't be one of 20, 40 people at your party, then do you even care if they're your friend?
Right, exactly. Yeah. This is some of the things that people are saying about it. tell half the people you change the date and then have two separate parties.
Okay.
So that's one solution.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That turns into a lot of money of buying food and drinks.
Yeah, true. It's kind of a lot of resources.
Do a bonfire and then put the people you don't like as much outside in the cold bonfire, and they'll eventually leave.
God, that would be so bad. I think I would just rather be uninvited at that point. This person said, yeah, I feel like you can't uninvite someone. That's such a crappy thing to do.
Yeah.
People have commented some good advice. This is on a post on Reddit, like giving hours or mentioning no plus ones. That was another piece of advice somebody said, like you can't bring anybody because I think it was like kind of like a bring your date or bring your girlfriend, husband or whatever type deal. So that's just kind of some of the advice. But I'm kind of curious if anybody listening has had to deal with a situation like this. How did you handle it? You know, how would you handle it type deal? So if you have any ideas, you can go ahead and text us at 53921.
Good luck. I think you're just you're stuck with it. That's just part of it.
Yeah.
We'll be back in just a minute. We have a couple of things coming up. First of all, we're going to have more Boo Bash tickets. We'll have those. I'm sorry. Let me do that again. We're going to have more Boo Bash tickets.
Yeah.
I got to get my ghost voice back for this one.
I was going to say, can I get a little bit? We're out of time, Ghost Girl. And we'll do that, and then I have a new deep dive on Fall Out Boy's Sugar We're Going Down coming up.
Band from 3 Apple Orchards. The Dave Ryan Show on 101.3 KDWB.
This song has one of my favorite lyrics in it ever, and it's filled with unique lyrics. Today's deep dive is on Fall Out Boy's Sugar We're Going Down on KDWB. I've sang this song a million times and never really thought about what is this song about. The song has a hint of jealousy in it. The singer wants to be this girl's boyfriend, but he's not. I'm just a notch in your bedpost and you're just a line in a song is one of my favorite lyrics ever. It shows you he means nothing to her, and he's trying to make it seem like she means the same to him, but that's not working too well. This was Fall Out Boy's breakthrough single. However, in a 2009 interview, Pete Wentz told Spin magazine that the record label doubted its potential. The chorus was a throwaway. Our label told us the chorus was too wordy and the guitars were too heavy, and that radio wasn't going to play it. It felt so good when that song broke. So usually Pete Wentz writes the lyrics, and then Patrick Stump has a lot to do with the melody. Pete says, I wrote the lyrics in Chicago. I was with my dad. We were listening to the old music where they'd always say things like sugar and honey and stuff like that. And I was like, why doesn't anyone do that anymore? But we really locked it down in California. So let's get into those lyrics that Pete Wentz is known for writing. Even Taylor Swift says she's a huge Fall Out Boy fan. She loves how they take a phrase and then they twist it. And then she references one of the song's lyrics as her favorite. Loaded, God, complex, cock it, and pull it. Now, a lot of people thought it actually said a loaded gun complex, but it's actually loaded, God, complex, cock it, and pull it. A God complex is when you feel so narcissistic that you feel invincible, like normal laws don't apply to you. That's dangerous, like a loaded gun. Therefore, when someone feeds your ego, they're cocking it and eventually will pull the trigger and do something dangerous. Another example of clever lyrics, I'll be your number one with a bullet. It's a play on words. With a bullet is a term for when a song is climbing up the music charts at a rapid rate. But when you're number one with a bullet, there's nowhere to go but down. Now, there are a lot of lyrics on this song, and you can't necessarily understand all of them. That happened kind of on purpose. Pete Wentz said back then, they fought with each other a lot. He cared about the lyrics, and all Patrick cared about was the melody. And so they really fought over cramming all of these words into this song. So Patrick Stump told Rolling Stone, he slurred a lot of the lyrics to make them sound better. He said there's no way to cram in loaded God complex and all these lyrics when you're totally enunciating. He said if I actually enunciated all the words like Brandon Flowers does, it would probably sound crazy. So it really worked out. He really wanted to do long, big notes where he'd never fully close his mouth, so it led to this Sia effect. You're like, I don't really know what he's saying, but the melody is cool. They wanted a ton of guitars and really open guitars, basically mosh guitars. The song went through 30 changes, and then it just went back to the way it was when they first started. Today's deep dive was on Fall Out Boy's Sugar We're Going Down. Oh, what is that sound I hear? Oh, drop the beat. Oh, yeah.
strangest like Halloween-y music I could find. Like it's like
I love it.
Kind of sounds party, but gives a Halloween vibe to it.
I put up a poll yesterday on my Instagram. Should I be a pickle for Halloween? 88% coming in with a yes. So anyway, you have plenty of time to plan your Halloween costume.
I have an idea now.
What is it?
You're like what a family costume could be if you decide to go with pickle. You guys could be like a Bloody Mary.
So was Olive, my daughter, going to be
Olive
an
will be
Olive?
A beef stick.
Oh,
that's what my dog should was be. An olive.
My dog Dolly, who we call Beef, should be the beef stick.
Right. Let's reevaluate.
Okay,
this. Olive should be an olive.
Okay,
Dolly will be the beef stick.
All right, I'm the pickle.
Elliot, your other dog, will be a block of cheese.
She looks like it. Okay.
Dylan will be a straw. Jake will be the glass with like the Bloody Mary, like tomato juice and vodka in it.
Jenny.
And then you'll be the pickle. So you're Bloody Mary. There you go. A little Bloody Mary bar. We'll call you Bloody Mary bar.
I love these ideas, Jenny. You've had worse ideas. Is what I'll tell you. That's great. We're 2 weeks out from the Boo Bash. It's coming up at Rain Event Center. Gail is performing live. We have Spooky Bingo, Twisted Tarot. I don't know how Spooky Bingo is happening at Rain Event Center. I question if that's actually happening. Twisted Tarot card readings are definitely happening. We'll have prizes. Like I said, that performance from Gail. And the only way in is to win tickets. You got to be 21 or older. If you want to come and dress up October 14th with us, please do. The whole Dave Ryan show will be there. You just call 651-989-KDWB. And we'll give away, we'll do 5.
Yeah.
We'll say pair, but if you really need 3 or 4, just tell Drake at 651-989-KDWB.
Shows to binge, celebrity news, and cryptocurrency sales. All on Dave's Dirt right now on KDWB.
Big news is, I don't know if you're like me and Jenny, I think we're both planning to watch the new Hocus Pocus movie tonight. Hocus Pocus 2 came out on Disney Plus, if you have that. And so I'm making a big old cauldron, get it, of soup. And then we're going to watch that tonight.
It's not exactly like fall weather this weekend. It's almost still like summer weather.
I've still been making fall kinds of foods. And I made this hot sausage tortellini soup.
That sounds delicious.
It was almost a 90-degree day. And Jake was like, man, there's nothing like a good hot soup. And I was like, yeah, I read the temps wrong. We were sweating eating it. I was like, sorry. And then it's been getting cooler. So anyway.
God, kind of inspired me because I think that Andrew and I will probably watch it tonight. Now I think I got to go to the grocery store and get ingredients to make some kind of crock pot soupy deal.
I'm doing a white bean chicken chili.
Okay. I think I might do a wild rice chicken.
Oh,
but the only couple of times I've made that at home, it has taken so long.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things that need to be chopped up. I might reevaluate that and just do a chili.
Could you give us an update Monday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
All right,
I'll let you know.
Thank you.
9:45 Monday morning. Listen for my 5-minute update on what soup.
Trevor Noah is leaving The Daily Show, if you care.
And I realized that after the 7 years, my time is up. Yeah.
The gas.
But in the most beautiful way, honestly. I've loved hosting this show. It's been one of my greatest challenges. It's been one of my greatest joys.
All right.
Congrats to him.
Yeah.
You know that he's still going to do other kinds of projects. It's just not going to be an every night show.
I know. He will definitely be doing Dua Lipa, for instance, because they are dating, and good for them, because what a hot couple. They were spotted making out in New York. That's very exciting for everyone involved, I'm sure. There is new music out today, so if you're looking to put together a little playlist, we have some new Ed Sheeran you can check out called Celeste. From Charlie Puth called Shut Up, Charlie, or Charlie Be Quiet. Charlie Be Quiet, but I called it.
Falen just rebranded it already.
I'm sorry. It's Charlie Be
Any of those lyrics besides Charlie Be Quiet. which I am assuming is based off of the fact that people make fun of him on TikTok for making music out of any sound he hears.
No.
Oh.
That's not what it's about.
What is it about?
It's about, like, he says in this, you didn't listen to him, Jenny.
Well, I couldn't understand him.
Like, he's telling himself to be quiet because if he doesn't stop talking, she's going to find out, like, he's in love with her and then run away.
Wow. Totally different premise than what I was thinking.
I know this. Shawn Mendes has a new one called Heartbeat. We kind of joke working in radio, like, we know the time that a song takes because we know if we have enough time to go to the bathroom or not. And lately, artists have been releasing these like 2.5 minute songs. You're like, oh my God, why are songs so short? And we don't have a clip of this, but I will say you should check it out because I listened to it this morning. It's a new 24K Golden and it's called Mistakes. And it's really good. I was like, I wish we had a clip. It's pretty good, but it's like 2.5 minutes long. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Give radio people a chance to pee.
Seriously.
God, it's all I'm asking.
Seriously.
What are you guys doing this weekend? Do you have any plans? Drake, what are you up to?
Let's see. So, I mean, we have our event tomorrow, Shout Out Loud, Minnesota. If you want to come to it, it is a free event. It's like a concert, game, live music situation. So it's over at the St. Louis Park Rec Center. If you want to come to that, it's 11 to 8 p.m. And we will be there 11 to 1 p.m.
Yep.
And then other than that, I think we're going to go cheer on Andrew, my boyfriend's brother. He's doing the 10 mile for the Twin Cities Marathon. So I think we're going to go do that. And then I want to say I have a friend's birthday party tomorrow, but I got to double check.
Yeah.
When people invite me to things on Facebook, I completely forget about them now because I don't go on as much.
You got to put it on your calendar.
Jenny. I know. So I think I have a birthday tomorrow.
Good luck to everyone who is running.
Yeah, seriously.
By the
good
way,
luck. I've been around. I've been doing lots of walks lately because that's all
Mm-hmm.
I can handle with my splint arm right now. And every time I'm around the lakes in Uptown, they're just packed with runners right now because so many people are getting their last training days in.
Oh, I'm sure.
Good luck to everyone.
Drake, what are you up to this weekend other than the charity event we're all doing Saturday?
Yeah, I have friends actually in town, so we're going to probably go do some Top Golf today, and we're just going to hang out this weekend. And
Well, you got to get there early or make a reservation.
Why?
Because otherwise you're going to be waiting for like 3 hours. It's a Friday and it's beautiful out.
No, we'll be fine.
No.
He's going to get there and then they're going to leave and they're going to have to go to some bar down the street for like 3 hours.
We'll be fine. We'll be okay.
Okay.
They'll tip under the table.
So you're doing that tonight. So you're doing that tonight. Are you by chance heading to like Eau Claire tomorrow or anything?
No, good question, Jenny.
That's a good question, actually. I'm not entirely sure about that
If
yet.
you don't know what we're talking about, listen to the Minnesota Goodbye, the after show podcast, because Drake finally
was that
gave
yesterday?
us. It was
2 days
It
ago.
was on Wednesday.
Okay.
So the Wednesday one. Drake finally gave us a little bit of details of his dating life. So the reason I asked about
Long
Eau Claire
distance.
is because there is someone maybe in Eau Claire. So you can listen to that podcast if you want to know the deets. Fallon, what are you up to?
I'm just gonna watch Hocus Pocus tonight, and tomorrow we have that event, and I'm doing something fall related.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means Seavers. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna go hug a pumpkin. I'm gonna go suckle an apple cider.
No.
And I'm gonna
Not where I thought you were
get
going.
into it. This
Not
fall.
where I thought you were going to go.
Oh, really?
Suckle a little apple cider.
Yeah, that's what everyone says when they're talking about taking a little suckle of something.
We got to go. We got to
All right.
wrap it up. It's
Hey,
Friday. We got to go.
Have a great weekend. Dave will be back on Monday. Thanks for listening to 101.3 KDW.